everyone. Thank you guys all for listening. My name is Danielle. I'm a recruitment coordinator for the University of Haifa and advisor for study abroad programs, our language programs, and our graduate programs. So, a little bit about the city of Haifa. The city of Haifa is one of the largest cities. Well, actually, is the largest city in northern Israel. It was built on the slopes of Mount Carmel, our evergreen Mount Carmel, along the Mediterranean coastline. So you have a beautiful view of the ocean. The population is very, very diverse. We're living here with people from all different cultures, all different religions. Um, the city of Haifa has a port, and that's especially good for some of our programs that require laboratory work, especially for marine sciences and things like that. A little bit more about Haifa. We have a Baha'i garden, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Very, very beautiful site. I highly recommend anyone who comes to Haifa to explore that site. And we also have a center called Matam, which is the Israel's largest high-tech center with big high-tech companies such as Google, Microsoft, Intel, and more. So, a little bit about the university. It was founded in 1972 and it's home to 7 faculties, 54 departments. We have 8 schools, 72 research centers and institutes, and other special programs. As you can see here, the amount of schools that we have the Faculty of Law, Humanities, Social Science, Social Welfare and Health, Education, Natural Sciences, and Management. And the university is home to over 18,000 students. So, a little bit about our international school, where most of you will be joining us hopefully in the future. Our international school was established 35 years ago, and it's about home to, we have about 1,000 students annually. We have students from over 40 countries around the world. So it's also very diverse. And we have different programs. So we have study abroad and gap year programs. We have language and TACA programs and graduate programs. So this is a little bit of how our campus looks like. As you can see, as I mentioned earlier, it is on top of Mount Carmel, which is a very beautiful green, large mountain. From the university, you have a spectacular view of the ocean and all of northern Israel, as you can see here in the picture. The yellow, the orange where it says student building is where most of you guys will be studying for the international school. So, a little bit about study abroad. So, we have study abroad that you can do in one semester, either spring or fall semester, or you can do it as a year-long program. These are our study tracks. As you can see, we have a wide range of different study tracks. If you're interested in anthropology, we have communications, English literature, the Hebrew language, we have peace and conflict studies, we have a psychology track. All of these kinds of tracks where you can definitely get a wide range of different knowledge. For example, peace and conflict. That's a really great track to study, especially when you're living in such a diverse city such as Haifa. Um, it's definitely a good place to kind of get in more research and get into more of your studies when you're living in the diverse place. We also have here Middle Eastern studies, maritime civilizations, and more, as you can see. We also have social activities, which I'll get to in just a minute. Before that, I'm going to go move on to our graduate programs. So we have 18 master degree programs. All of them are taught in English. We have here some programs that are in the field of political science. We have an MBA program in sustainability. We have some in the marine sciences and humanities, and some of our specialized programs, such as child development, global health leadership and administration, and statistics. Um, some of these programs require some work experience. All of these programs, besides one, which is international relations programs, are all conducted in 1 year. And they're with a wide range of different internship opportunities, and some traveling around Israel is included in these master degree programs. So it's definitely nice to have a combination of being in class and also traveling around Israel. For example, our archaeology program, our master's degree program, a lot of that is being out in the field and really looking for different artifacts. Um, and we have our maritime civilizations, as I mentioned earlier. Um, Even not just maritime civilizations, also marine geosciences and marine biology. We have access to the port of Haifa, where you can do different researches and continue on to thesis and things like that. So it's definitely an advantage. We also have, for example, Holocaust studies. Our university is the only university in the world which has a master's in Holocaust studies, so it's quite unique. Whoever is interested in that history. Um, and Yeah, so these are our master degree programs. Um, and now I'm going to go on to a little bit about our social activities and the student life here in Israel. So, as I mentioned earlier about our study abroad programs, and not just our study abroad program, as well as our graduate programs, we have a high student rich activity life here in Haifa. We have these people that are the social activity coordinators. We call them madrichim, who really coordinate different activities for our students to go out and travel around Israel, to do some fun parties on campus, all kinds of fun things that we have set up for our students who come here to Israel for a semester or for a year. Um, and the social activities is very rich on campus as well as off campus. We also have on-house campus available housing, such as dormitories that are on campus as well as off campus too. So you're welcome to decide what dormitories suit you and which you prefer to live in. We also have some, as I mentioned, the Israel tours, and we get a lot of tours around Haifa, and that's things that a lot of our social activity coordinators coordinate for our students. And we have a sports center with a gym. So, if anyone who's interested in playing basketball, tennis, soccer, or just going to the gym, we have all of that on campus. So we also include different language programs, as I mentioned earlier. So you have the option of studying either Hebrew or Arabic. We have Hebrew that we have all kinds of levels from beginners to advanced. We decide on the level depending on the students that apply. We also have spoken Arabic and modern standard Arabic. And we also have these language programs that are either conducted short term, so we call them intensive language programs, where they're conducted for 3 weeks long, or we have them throughout the semesters, which is the longer term programs. Now, you're also welcome to combine these programs with either a master's or with your semester abroad. Just have to coordinate and see what days you study for your semester long program for your graduate programs, because our Hebrew and Arabic programs are conducted in the morning. So if you see that you're studying in the afternoon, you can definitely combine languages and study also for our for graduate or for your study abroad program at the same time. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. And now we'll go move on to our Q&A. So I'll be here to answer any questions that you guys have. And I hopefully will see you guys soon in Haifa. Thank you so much.